September 2nd, 2012. I think of that night and what it's meant in this journey. It was day 3 of competition in London, and I originally went into the games prospect for 9 of 9 gold medals. I was the world record holder and world lead in every event on the Paralympic program, 4 years after my injury. In the 72 hours prior to the start of the games, there was a classification review of my classification, because in Paralympic sport, not all disabilities are the same, so we do not all compete in the same class. The very long and short of that story is I got moved into a different classification, kind of like weight classes in wrestling. I went in for my weigh-in, and while my weight had remained the same, I got put in the higher weight class. Bullseye on my back going into those games. And by day 3 of competition, there was nothing more than a question mark next to my name. Myself and maybe a handful of people actually thought I could do it that night. I went into finals seated 5th. I was in lane 2. I went into that ready room where I sat with my 7 other competitors for 15 minutes before our race. And before I wheeled in, my teammate grabbed my headphone off my ear and he said, "Go shock the world." He placed it back on my ear and I listened to one song on repeat for the next 15 minutes. All I do is win. Over and over and over again. Me and that white wall that I stared right at with my headphones on. I got out onto the pool deck that night. I transferred up onto the block of lane 2. I looked down that black line and my world went silent. It was just me and the water. I felt the weight of the people that had supported me up until that point at my back, as if they were propelling me forward. And among 17,000 some odd spectators, in my little world, you could hear a pin drop. The race started, and at the 25-meter mark, I took my one and only breath to my left-hand side. And you watch that race back, I was in 6th place with 25 meters to go. You don't have to be a swimmer to know this fun little fact. With 25 meters to go, if you see feet, that means somebody's an entire body length ahead of you. Usually not the placement you want in a race. But as quick as I took that breath, on instinct, I had to decide, fight or fold. Fight or fold. And when my head was back over that black line, I fought for every single inch of that pool. You think about those moments when everything we've prepared for comes to light. It's easy to feel like the now doesn't matter, like it's insignificant. What does it matter what I do today in the totality of 5 years from now? But that little decision you do today, that you do again tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that, and the day after that, that leads you to that moment. When on instinct, you have to decide fight or fold, and without even hesitating, your mind, your heart, your body, there is no option. They just know to fight. That's how you train that. It doesn't just show up in the middle of a high-pressure situation or in the moment that it matters most. It shows up because it's you living out who you are and your values every single day with consistency, not perfection. And so when those moments come, every ounce of your being knows what to do. My hand met that wall that night, and we realized as we watched that race back that I didn't come into medal contention until the final few meters. And in that 1.7 meters after that tee, I took my final stroke, and when my hand met that wall, we saw one light on my starting block. I heard Paralympic champion and Paralympic record, and I saw my face on the Jumbotron. That night, I won my first Paralympic gold medal. And I sat on top of that podium in my Team USA uniform, and I saw our flag raise, and I heard our national anthem play. And I thought about what that moment meant. And it wasn't about the 31.13 seconds that it took to win it. It was about the totality of a journey and representing something so much larger than self.